more powerful.
So y'all, I'm leaving this dental office that I ain't happy about at all. Um anyways, it's not the first time that I've been here. And actually the first time that I came here, it was actually a good experience. I actually came home and I was like, let me it was a good experience the first time that I came here. And I actually gave them I gave them a good review. I even gave somebody information to come here to this dental office. But today when I came here to this office, I walked inside the room and I have a picture of it. I took a picture of it. I see something on the what it was. That was the table that had the stuff like what they drill in your mouth and stuff with. So when I first walk in the room, I say I look at it. And I didn't go back there at first. I let my daughter go back there first by herself. And I was like, she'll tell me or whatever if she uncomfortable with going back there by herself or whatever. But anyway, she walked back there by herself. But whatever happened, they ended up having to come back out there and get me and take me back with her. So when I walk in there on one of the little tables that got the little machines in it that they drill into their mouth or whatever, I see all these little droplets and everything all over them. In the machine. It's like maybe somebody's 3 fingers, was about 3 fingers or whatever. And just think about you at a dental office. What body fluids would you see in a dental office? So the person that's in there, and I'm gonna call them a person because you don't know what it is, anyways, come in there, and I look at the machine. And I was like, excuse me. I say, but is this blood on the machine? Which is a very reasonable question, being that we in a dental office. And I ain't mean to say that word, but anyways, I said it. She give me a look and do her lip like this. No. And that's all she said. So I'm like, okay, that ain't good enough that she just said no like that. So now she go and get the dentist, and then she have the dentist to come into the doctor to come into the room. When the doctor come into the room, he's speaking everything and he introducing himself or whatever. And then he was like, well, how are you today? And I say to him, I said, well, I'm not very comfortable already being inside of this office. And he said, well, why are you not comfortable? I say, because I don't think this.
I don't think. What is this?
I was like, what is this on this machine? What is this on the machine right here? And he was like, so what did he? I think he asked me. He said, well, what do you want us to do? He was like, well, we can just re-clean the room for you, right? And he's agreeing to re-clean the room, but you can also see with an attitude, because the doctor, when he walking out of the room, he doing his hands like this right here, like he annoyed that I'm asking for the room to be re-cleaned again. So now the first person that I talked to and I asked them, was that body fluids on the machine over there? I can instantly watch them go over to the room across from the room that I'm in, and they sitting there talking to another girl about the room that I'm in, and I'm saying that I want the room cleaned again. So I'm looking at her and I'm waiting on one of them to even look my way to give me the indication that they over there talking about me, because I'm gonna let them know, yeah, ho, I said I want the room cleaned again. I don't care how many times you clean it still look like it's nasty. Okay, so then the doctor comes in, and then he say, well, she want the room to clean again. Y'all gonna have to go back out in the waiting room so they can re-clean the room again. They kept saying again. I don't care nothing about that. So when I'm walking down the hall, the doctor is telling the other 2 people, okay, y'all gonna have to go back in there and clean that room again. And he's stressing the word again. So I turn around and I look at the doctor and I ask him, I said, yes, I said I want the room clean. Is there a problem? Is there a problem with me saying I want that room cleaned up again? And he's like, no, there's no problem. I say, because I can set her appointment somewhere else besides here. We don't have to stay here. No, there's not a problem, but I think the room is clean or whatever. But I don't care what you think. This my daughter got to come here. So anyways, they clean the room, everything wet and everything with sanitizer or whatever, I guess, when we get back in there or whatever. But right now it's just like, and I can show these pictures later on. I will make this video. I will make it be, I'm gonna make the picture, because I took a picture of the body fluids that was on the machine, right? Well, anyways, that I thought was body fluids on the machine. But anyways, when I came from out of there, I looked back at the machine when they let us back into the room, and it still has it there. So basically, I feel like what I was looking at was possibly iodine on the machine, but I don't care what nobody say, whether it's iodine or not. If you walk in there and you see these little droplets and it look like it's somebody's 3 fingers that's made in these droplets, you gonna have a question. And obviously they wiped the stuff down. He wiped it in front of me and everything to show me that it's not something that's coming off the equipment. But I don't care, and I know I ain't the only one that walked into that dental office and not noticed that there's like a swipe of body fluid sitting there on the machine and nobody said anything. It ain't okay. True enough, I guess it's not the body fluid that I thought it was. It could be iodine or something, but it ain't even about that. It's about the way that they handled everything, and they kept saying she want the room cleaned again. I don't care nothing about none of that. We coming in here and you about to get $1,000. I'm about to get $1,000 worth of work put in your mouth, and you worried about whether you got to come in here and clean this room up again. So, as far as I'm concerned, I will never, ever come back to this dental office ever again in life. Never come back here. And it's not because like the first time we very good impressions, but anytime somebody can turn their nose up at you because you got a concern because of how clean your room is. Hey, Jesse Campbell, thank you for coming through. Because you got an issue with thinking the room is not clean. It is not unreasonable for you to look at this stain and not think it's something unsanitary going on inside of this place. And stuff can have stains on it, but don't look at me like I'm some kind of not a good person or something because I'm concerned about you got somebody else's body fluid in a room that's supposed to be clean, and my daughter finna work in my daughter's mouth. And just like they just so annoyed, the doctor throwing his hands in the air and everything. But anyways, I hope that's enough good and close up of this doctor's office, so and hopefully somebody else come in here, and I hope they get the same reaction. And then it's another thing that I know some of these people in here, if they went to another dental office and they seen the crap that I did, I'm gonna make the picture of the machine that I took of. I'm gonna make it the the thumbnail for this video right here. Absolutely disgusting. And they got the nerve to have an attitude because I said something about cleaning up their own mess. And granted, the stain was still there, but it was about the attitude that I got, and I was still trying to be nice. My daughter was in there like laughing it off, and I asked her, "What are you laughing for?" But I know her nervous was a nervous laugh because she know her mama finna ask questions. And if they get too far out of line, then I'm going to, it's gonna be some more problems up in there. But I'm going to show these pictures, and I don't know nobody who would walk up in a dental office that got the stuff that they drill down in your teeth and everything with, and you saw what I seen and not have an issue with it. Or you got to be blind one. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna say for today. And then I said what I said, and I meant what I said. I will never, ever come back to this place again. Never. Good morning. I'm sorry your experience that you was right. It should be sanitized. Yes, and they went in and they went in and sanitized it. Well, I don't know how good they sanitized it. Just everything was wet when we went back in there. It had like I don't know, because we didn't stay in. I didn't stay in there to see. I didn't stay in there to see them wipe it down. They was like, well, you have to leave the room for we can clean it again. And they kept stressing that they got to do it again. So I'm looking at the doctor. I was like, is there a problem with you having to clean this room? Because we can go anywhere else besides here. Anywhere else. Now I done gave you a good review on one time. And that's why I'm saying to you all, first impressions are not always the best impression, because sometimes people be putting on a show and dressing things up in great ways to make you okay with what's happening there, and when it's actually not what it is. The attitude that I got from these people today suck, with more than one of them. It was at least 4 of them with the nasty attitude as of, how dare you ask us, is that body fluid on our machine? And I'm saying, if they can do that to me, then what they gonna do to everybody else that ask a question about their machines that got stains on them that look like it's body fluid? Thank you, Jesse. And I am 48 years old. Anything else? You want to know anything else? What does it matter how old I am this morning? But yeah, that's all that's what I wanted to do, is I wanted to give a review from this dental office before I even left here. So that's all I want. Well, great. Jesse, you almost the opposite of what I am. Enjoy your 20s while you got them. Enjoy. But that's all. I will be back on later on, but this is how I'm starting my day off, and let me get to this voting poll. Y'all go out and vote today.